Alright, so I'm gonna use a 458 Italia. This is gonna be 700 pp performance points. Type race. Let's just change this. I'm gonna put this to 0. Not really sure when I should brake. It will tell me, but I'll do the safest that I feel. There's an Italia. Oh my gosh! I could feel the way the weight transferred this car so well. Oh my gosh! Look at that feeling. Wow. I mean, you can't really look at that feeling, but you could kind of watch it. You can just tell like how it's a little shifty. Just has this speed around corners that's not quite prevalent in many cars. In fact, Porsche is kind of subtly quicker than most cars. This picks up a lot quicker. The Porsche is quite good around corners. If not one of the best in the world. And this is just for so I can get into the race a bit more, just so I can, less HUDs, no HUDs, sorry. Help me tune in to different aspects of the car and feel immersed. I'm gonna raise the volume for myself slightly. It was either this or the 430 or the 430 Scuderia, or it's the F430 and then the 430 Scuderia, which I think the 430 Scuderia is the greatest Ferrari V8 complete package of a car ever created. I just grew up with it. Top Gear and the 458 Italia, this car. 2009 took the crown. This is quite the upgrade, but the rawness, the lack of screens in the 430 Scuderia was quite good. This was more elegant. That had a metal plate that was almost like you see in front of American fire trucks. That metal bumper plate where it has those lines, and that was welded to the bottom. There was a lot of weight reduction and compromises of luxury they took. And just obviously, like again, you see these screens, they're not gonna age well. All right, they are not gonna age well. That's why the new Ferraris, 2025 Ferraris, whatever, 2020s, all these screens, all this stuff, all this extra stuff, that electronics that they're putting in, which will make the car heavier because you got to run wires for these things, take more load into the battery systems, hybrid battery systems. That all adds to cost, adds to materials, adds to labor fixing, diagnoses. Customers, want more for less. It just doesn't work like that. I tell you, I've worked as a mechanic, or as they call it nowadays, an automotive technician, which is, anyways, which FYI, 35-year veteran in, well, now he's like 40-year veteran in automotive well, he's a mechanic. Now, he was part business owner, or I guess you can say he is a manager and hiring manager. He told me that a service advisor was a thing that big store franchises, corporations, LLCs, they came up with, right? Your dark cars, your Sheehys. And they're like, how do we stop business from going down? Well, why is it going down? Well, this mechanic left. All right, why did he leave? Why did we go down when he left? Well, the Sally, Susie, Tom, Dylan decided to follow this trust-built relationship of this, you know, of their mechanic with wherever he went, she went, whatever, you know, it's a he, all right, wherever he went. So I trust him, I know him, he worked on my car, he knows my car, basically, right? Okay, we need to separate this, we can't have this happening, you know. A mechanic can't be our taking away our business. Meanwhile, the mechanic is your business, and this is where the separation of mechanic turns, you know, kind of like the name of a mechanic. It's less cooler. Still pays like booty. Keeps the prices lower for the company. They would just upcharge to the guest or the client. Yeah, that's just a little bit of FYI. Just it's a lot to take in, but unless you are, on a serious note, unless you are working for a big name brand, I'm not talking about Porsche, no, I'm talking about Ferrari, Rolls-Royce, not even Lamborghini, alright? Bugatti, not Maseratis, you know, Pagani, Honda, Pagani cars, right? Huayras is just a car itself, but Pagani's, unless you are working for rare cars, custom cars, you are built into a system where, as a mechanic, your value's way less for your work. You're treated way less. You are quite literally used and abused and disposable because they made it so. And the customers don't follow you, so you lose your business. You could be working on the same car for the car's entire lifespan because the customer keeps coming back. But you'll never know the customer. If you leave, somebody can start making mistakes and the customer is scratching their head why. You know, so things happen. So, and when they were having a hard time recruiting mechanics to these big dealerships, they put, instead of raising the bar, instead of paying them more, instead of offering more, instead of giving bonuses, they went straight to the news, the path of least resistance. And the news is like, oh, so, yeah, you get to, if you love cars, come work, you know, the spiel, the path of least resistance they took. It's right now I work the least stressful job that I've ever had, and I am keeping initially the most that I've ever made for any job. Very interesting, very interesting. Tell you, mechanics to get, we were getting paid. I was getting paid at one point 12 something, 16 something, 15 something. Quite bad. It was not good. Not even more than 16 something, like, you know, not a 17 bill per hour. So just you want to be well, no one of real true education, without a huge passion for this field of cars. Goes there for any other reason besides a passion for the cars, right? Learning, yes, it can be quite good for basically cars being a liability and working on your own car. You alleviate for yourself a lifetime of debt because now you know how to fix your car and other people's car. You're making money instead of making a liability. Therefore, you're saving yourself tens and tens of thousands of dollars throughout your career. But it is a lifestyle choice, and it comes with a baggage that is heavy, and it could be actually a hobby. It's a better hobby than a job. Yeah, especially if you're passionate about cars. Stay away from regular dealerships and regular cars.